Welcome friends. Welcome back to the AWS Solutions Architect Associate Exam Preparation Set-2. Here we will see all the questions with the real-time use case and we will decode the answer for the AWS certificate exam. Let's move to next question. So the 11th question is. So the next question is. You have a production application that is on the largest RDS instance possible. And you are still approaching CPU utilization bottlenecks. You have implemented RAID replicas, Elasticache and even CloudFront and S3 to cache static assets. But you are still bottlenecking. What should be your next step? So the options are. Option A. You should implement database partitioning and spread your data across multiple DB instances. Option B. You have reached the limits of public cloud. You should get a dedicated database server and host this locally within your own data center. Option C. You should consider using RDS multi-AZ and using the secondary AZ nodes as read-only nodes to further offset load. Option D. You should provision a secondary RDS instance and then implement an ELB to spread the load between two RDS instances. Please select your answer in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the right answer is A. You should implement database partitioning and spread your data across multiple DB instances. You should implement database partitioning and spread your data across multiple DB instances. Let's move to next question. So the 12th question is. The insurance company you work for is implementing new IT security policies for all RDS instances. In the future, you will need to perform both security analysis and operational troubleshooting on your RDS estate. As such, you will need a history of all RDS API calls made on your account. What AWS service should you use to achieve this? So the options are. Option A. Cloud Audit. Option B. CloudWatch. Option C. CloudFront. Option D. CloudTrail. Please select your answer in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the right answer is D. CloudTrail. AWS CloudTrail is a web service that records AWS API calls for your account and delivers log files to you. The AWS API call history produced by CloudTrail enables security analysis, resource change tracking, and compliance auditing. Let's move to next question. So the 13th question is. What are the two different ways of automating your RDS backups? So the options are. Option A. Automated backups. Option B. Using S3. Option C. Automated snapshots. Option D. Using data pipeline. Please select your answer in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the right answer is A and C. Automated backups and automated snapshots. Amazon RDS provides two different methods for backing up and restoring your DB instances. Automated backups and database snapshots. Let's move to next question. So the 14th question is, what type of replication is supported by read replica instances? So the options are: Option asynchronous replication. Option B asynchronous replication. Option C continue replication. Option D sequential replication. Please select your answer in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the right answer is B asynchronous replication. Updates are applied to your read replicas after they occur on the source DB instance using asynchronous replication. Let's move to next question. So the 15th question is, which three of the following statements are not true? So the options are: Option A EBS volume can be attached to multiple instances simultaneously. Option B EBS volume cannot be attached to an EC2 instance in another AZ. Option C EBS volumes are ephemeral. Option D EBS volume can be attached to an EC2 instance in another AZ. Please select your answer in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the right answer is A. C and D EBS volume can be attached to multiple instances simultaneously. EBS volume are ephemeral. And EBS volume can be attached to an EC2 instance in another AZ. The only true statement is EBS volumes cannot be attached to an EC2 instance in another AZ. The rest are false. Let's move to next question. So the 16th question is, you need to configure a new subnet in your VPC for a database cluster you are building. The subnet will never need more than 6 IP addresses. Which of the following is the best choice for this subnet? So the options are: Option A A/28 private subnet. Option B A/28 public subnet. Option C A/16 public subnet. Option D A/16 private subnet. Please select your answer in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the right answer is A/28 private subnet. Databases generally do not require public access from the internet. So a private subnet is the better choice from a security perspective. 28 is the smallest possible subnet in an AWS VPC. Let's move to next question. So the 17th question is, an availability zone comprises multiple regions. So the options are: Option A true. Option B false. Please select your answer in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the right answer is B false. Just the opposite. A region comprises at least 2 availability zones. Let's move to next question. So the 18th question is, which three of the following events would cause Amazon RDS to initiate a failover to the standby replica? So the options are: Option A, loss of availability in primary availability zone. Option B, loss of network connectivity to primary. Option C, compute unit failure on primary. Option D, storage failure on secondary. Please select your answer in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the right answer is A. B and C, loss of availability in primary availability zone. Loss of network connectivity to primary and compute unit failure on primary. The events would cause Amazon RDS to initiate a failover to the standby replica would be loss of availability in primary availability zone. Loss of network connectivity to primary. Compute unit failure on primary. Storage failure on primary. Let's move to next question. So the 19th question is: what is the minimum size of an SSD EBS volume? So the options are: Option A, 1 byte. Option B, 1 GB. Option C, 1 megabyte. Option D, 1 gigabyte. Please select your answer in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the right answer is B, 1 GB. SSD volumes must be between 1 GB 16 TB. Let's move to the next question. So the 20th question is: true or false? An application designed for fault tolerance and high availability should almost always be built across multiple availability zones. So the options are: Option A, true. Option B, false. Please select your answer in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the right answer is a true. Architects who care about the availability and performance of their applications should deploy across multiple availability zones in the same region for fault tolerance and low latency.
If you have any question or any doubt, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I will answer you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Bye and have a nice day.